So, the good news is, if you consider good news, Patterson really could have done a major killing in this book, but he didn't. Well, he did, but he didn't. There's usually, all right, this is the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina, K-O-S-T-I-N-A. This is where I read books and talk about books. No special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy stuff going on here. And if you could like and subscribe, I would truly appreciate it. And spread the word. Let people know I'm here. As of this recording, I have well over 1,200 and something videos out there. No one is watching. So if you could please watch. If I could get a like or a subscription from every single video out there, it'd be awesome. But anyways, back to our book here. We have this is the Women's Murder Club. I have read all 25 books. I have done videos in all 25 books. So if you'd like to go back and check, start with book 1, First to Die, Second Chance, Third Degree, 4th of July, you can do that. We have a little bit of our core cast, and if you know our core cast, if you've read the previous books, you know Lindsay, she's our sergeant, she's the cop. Claire is our doctor. Yuki is the attorney, and Cindy is the reporter. So those are your four ladies. And Joe is FBI or whatever he wants to be for the book, Homeland Security, is Lindsay's husband. And Conklin is Lindsay's partner or co-worker, but he's also Cindy's husband. And then Yuki is married to Brady, the boss. And then we have Chappie and Chai and Cindy's boss, Henry Tyler. We have Nick Gaines, who's a co-worker of Yuki. And Miranda, Jacoby's girlfriend, and a small visit by the chief of police. Small visit. So those are your core characters, sort of, kind of, except for the bad guys. So usually, sometimes, most of the time, we've got Lindsay's stuff going on, and then we have a court case going on with Yuki, and usually the two shall not meet. Every once in a while they do meet, but the two shall not. It's just, oh good lord, I don't even know how to, I just don't know where to start. First of all, to be absolutely honest, after the first, alright, spoiler, Jacoby's killed in the prologue. Her former partner, deceased in the prologue, because it never started yet, he's dead. Then some other people are also murdered, and it's like a work of a serial killer, and they're trying to figure out the connection to the serial killer. And it seems that Jacoby was onto something, but the killer caught him first. Then, to be absolutely honest, once you get past the Jacoby thing, I literally, except till the end, and there's a thing at the end, up until, I was more worried about the dog. I was more worried about Martha being at the vet. It takes a lot to watch a long video. It doesn't take a lot to watch a short. That's why shorts do much better. Because you can scroll, and you're shown the shorts automatically. And you scroll, and they start playing. So that's a view. If you watch it for a couple seconds, that's a view. The long forms take forever. And I lost my whole point of view. Where was I? I lost my thought why I was bringing that up. So anyways. Oh, I know why. Because Martha is spending time at the vet. And I have become totally addicted. I don't know why the shot is showing up. I did this video a while back on how come if I go into my YouTube page, there's all these thumbnails, and there's nobody in that list I subscribe to. I subscribe to quite a few things. Let me get rid of this. Let me hope this doesn't stop the video here. I subscribe to a whole bunch of lists, but none of them ever show up on my page. Even when they're highly, massively active, they don't show up on my page. I have to go searching. And Facebook does a better thing of showing me stuff I like to watch. And I don't know how it happened, but I ended up seeing video after video after video of these animals all over the world. Llamas and horses and goats and sheep and cow, all these videos. So I've been doing a lot of those videos, and Martha being sick was it struck a nerve. And I was really worried about her the whole book. I wanted to know what happened with Martha. I was more worried about Martha than anything else in the book. But, so Yuki's got this trial. And usually, like I said before, it's a separate thing from Lindsay. And every once in a while they meet. Well, this time, it's not Lindsay that gets involved with Yuki's case. It's Joe. Joe gets involved with the case. So let me see if I can back this up a little bit. So Lindsay is dealing with and investigating Jacoby's death and the several other deaths related to it by the same killer. The killer is also leaving notes with the New York paper. Cindy is also caught on to the killer, and she's looking to write another book. She's like Nadine First from the J.D. Robb series. She's been doing all these books on these cases. So she is also investigating this same case that Lindsay is doing. And Cindy gets a little more information than Lindsay does. Cindy goes to Nevada and talks to a cop there because one of the killings happened there. Cindy talks to another relative of somebody. She gets more information there. Cindy gets a lot of information to help Boxer and her team. So Cindy is a key member of this case. So then Yuki is dealing with her court case, like always. And this court case has some penalties to it. Apparently, they've received a note. There was a flashbang thing in court. And apparently the notes had no names on them, but they had the names and addresses of every single person involved with the case. All of the jury members, the judge, the lawyers, everybody involved with the case. And they said, if you don't cease and desist this case and let the guy go, we're going to kill everybody. And they decide to stop the case, to suspend it for now, and we're going to move the trial to someplace else. In the meantime, the killer takes it upon himself to eliminate the judge and his wife. So they're gone. So then they've got to get a new judge and a new location and a new jury, and they're going to hold it in a secluded place, and they're not going to release any names or anything, and the jury's going to be sequestered, and the whole thing goes on like that. In the meantime, Joe gets this call from his boss, and he wants his associates to go to Mexico to handle this case in Mexico. And you don't know it at the time, but the case is connected to Yuki's case. They don't know it at the time, but it's connected. And they get to Mexico, and they're driving to the location where they're supposed to go, and they get ambushed by the cartel, and things go south very, very quickly. So, the questions are, what's going on with Martha? Is she gonna be okay? Is Joe okay? What about Lindsay? She's been diagnosed with PTSD. And who killed Jacoby and why? And who killed all those other people? And what's going on with Yuki's court case? Those are your questions for the book. Yuki's court case, massive series. Joe's connected to it. Well, his case is connected to. And Joe faces a serious situation. Does he come out of it? And Yuki's court case, how does that end or not end? Is it abrupted in the middle of it again? And what's going on with Jacoby's case, serial killer case? And how much does Cindy deserve credit for help solving this case with Boxer? So that's it. It was a very quick read. Very quick read. It showed up in the middle of I'm doing these time travel things, and it was just so nice to hold a physical book for a change. I've been using the Kindle, and it's hard. I'm getting used to the Kindle, but I prefer a physical book. Do you prefer a physical book? I prefer a physical book. So we'll see what happens. May have to wait another. The way he writes, Patterson writes like crazy, but it was nice to see old friends again. It was nice to see our Women's Murder Club again. And start a book knowing everybody, not having to learn who any of the characters are. That's the one thing that's good about a series. You get to know the characters. You don't have to be reintroduced. And he doesn't introduce anybody in this book. It's like, you know everybody by now. It's 25 books. Some authors do. Some authors will take 2 or 3 pages to introduce a character. But anyway, we're getting off track here. Have a good day.